of backs, I hear President Biden saying, America's back. Back to what? So, right, back to pallets of cash to the Ayatollah so he can build missiles that threaten us. Back to apologizing when Iranians tell our soldiers and sailors to take to their knees at gunpoint. Back to President Biden killing a pipeline. Back to all of the things that put America at risk. Back to supporting a pipeline in Europe that'll create European jobs. This is not where we want to go back to any time at all. And we certainly don't want to go back to letting China have trade deals that kill our jobs right here in America. We can't afford it. We can't afford it. It's not the right thing, and we don't have to do it. We must be bold, and we must always put America first. You know, we spent a lot of time talking about being canceled. I was really happy that this is being aired on television, not canceled, at least for the moment. We worked tirelessly with great success to deliver on our values, American values that have made this such a special, unique nation. Look, this country was built on what our founders understood and then the Bill of Rights that came behind that Constitution. They built a nation recognizing that our rights come from our Creator, not from any government. Our union becomes more perfect every time we defend our sovereignty and we defend our borders. And I'm proud that we were the most pro-life administration in the history of the United States of America. It was my job to deny that any taxpayer dollars from any hardworking America ever went to perform an abortion any place in the world, and we promoted adoption everywhere and always. And don't forget, too, President Trump appointed an awful lot of judges that understand the words life and liberty and that words that have real meaning. I worked with the Mexican government, my counterpart, foreign minister of Mexico and its president, to secure our borders. We worked hard, too, to make sure that drugs and other things didn't traffic across that border, and that meant, too, protecting your right to own firearms. Our Second Amendment matters. It builds communities, it builds strong families, and it makes sure each of us has the right to defend ourselves precisely as our founders intended. You know, I'm always stunned. I always watch, liberals pretend to care about the poor, and then they side with the union bosses against the workers. They pretend to stand for children while kids in Democrat-led inner cities aren't in front of computers like they think they are. They're struggling to figure out how to stay safe from drug lords and how to get a meal. That's not good leadership. It's not America First leadership. It's not taking care of those people you're charged with protecting. And we need to get every one of our children back in school. And we need to get them back in now. I was a soldier about 25, 30 years ago, and about 100 pounds ago, too. And when I hear Democrats say they want a strong America, I know that they are working to undermine it. Sadly, mark my word, they're going to gut the defense budget that we worked so hard to build. They'll do it to pay for their Green New Deal. It kind of makes me mad, right? They're going to trade Army green for AOC green. That is a bad trade. And as I said before, our young men and women, we don't want to put them in harm's way. We don't want them to go to war, but when we're weak at home, when we don't stand up for our military, the risk of war increases when deterrence fades. We cannot let that happen. They want to defund the police while they barricade the Capitol. This is backwards. And canceling our freedom to assemble peacefully while censoring our communications online is completely antithetical to what our founders understood about America. You know, it reminds me, when I headed off to West Point, my parents couldn't afford to fly to New York. I grew up in Southern California. So they left me at the airport. My mother was happy and all kinds of feelings. She was my mother was a cigarette-smoking high school graduate who was the most decent and toughest woman I've ever met. She said, Mike, she pulled me aside. I think she didn't want my dad to hear this. She said, Michael, I know you're a grinder. Don't ever let them wear you down. Wear them down. I've never forgotten what my mom told me that day. We'll all remember it. Keep grinding, keep championing American values. One more story. The smartest, best CIA officer that I ever came to know. He worked closely with me as a former Air Force Special Operations officer. I'd ask him about someone who was working on our team, and I'd say, what do you think of him, or what do you think of her? And he'd say, love that guy, pipe hitter. You know what he meant? He meant that person got stuff done. They were a grinder. They kept banging away. You all know these 4 years are going to test us. I need each of you to be a pipe hitter. Get stuff done. Keep grinding. Be a pipe hitter. Be a pipe hitter at church. Right? Be a pipe hitter at church. Be a pipe hitter at your PTA meeting. Don't let them bring crazy into your classrooms. Be a pipe hitter at your VFW. Lead the team to continue to support our military warriors. Be a pipe hitter. Be a pipe hitter when they tell you they're closing the mine or the factory because of some green vision. Keep it open. President Reagan, a real pipe hitter. President Reagan got stuff done, and he once said, if we lose freedom here, there is no place to escape. This is the last stand on earth. I saw that. I saw that as your Secretary of State as I traveled all around the world. And I am confident that he was right. I am confident that the American star will shine across the heavens so long as we keep a proper understanding of our God-given rights at the center of who we are, and we keep up our quest to secure our freedom for our own people and for all of mankind. I'll be with you in the fight. God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.